try you, I hit you with that. I do that. My money too long, nigga. My weed too strong, nigga. Fuck everybody. I'm in my own zone, nigga. And every time they see me, I'm wet and I'm rolling. Don't you rest in peace, fresh to death and I'm rolling. About to fuck a bitch I just met cause she rolling. Nigga, I'm rolling. Nigga, I'm rolling. Gotta keep a towel on my sweat cause I'm rolling. Going at a bitch nigga cause I'm rolling. Damn, I ain't coming yet cause I'm rolling. Bitch, I'm rolling. Young Moolah, baby. Sorry for the wait.
We finally got the one. This is the one right here. This the show. If anybody has ever been directed to this channel, I'm telling you right now, I'm going to direct you to come watch this video first and foremost because this will be your introductory to my channel, to Larry Legend Talk. This will be a basic intro into Red Pill. This will be a video defining Red Pill, defining what men empowerment is. Letting people know that Red Pill isn't just about angry men who say, you know, women should be strong and that women don't need any rights or anything like that. We love women over here at the Red Pill. Most of us are just trying to figure out how to deal with them. So we came up with this Red Pill just as a way for people to wake up and understand. Understand men, understand women, understand that we are different creatures. We will forever be different, and to stop trying to make us like we're equal. I know a lot of females are trying to push this equal narrative, and it's not saying that one is superior than the other. It's just stating the fact that we are two separate genders, and it needs to stay like that. We have that for a reason. Let's start off with the very, very basic. What is the red pill? Why do you all keep talking about this red pill, black pill, blue pill, purple? Listen, I'm not into all these other colors because what tends to happen is once people come out with two different things, let's start off with wrestling. Let's start off with wrestling. Back in the day, it was just WWF. That's all everybody knew. Then eventually, you got all these other things. You started getting WCW, ECW. You started getting all these other little factions and people trying to break off because they thought that they wanted to start the wrestling thing. That's what's happened to the red pill. People have got it to the point where they said, okay, we get it that you're a red pill, but my belief is a little bit different over here in this one area, so we're going to call us green pill. Then we got another one. They said, all right, we get to your red pill. My belief is a little bit different to where I don't want to deal with women at all. We're going to call us black pill. Then we got people who said, you know what? I'm complete opposite. I don't believe in that red pill crap. I think it should stay the way it is. And they said, we're going to stay blue pill. It originated from the movie The Matrix. Everybody, if you're not familiar, before he even went into the Matrix and the movie started into this digital world, he had a choice. He said you can stay exactly where you are. You can take this blue pill and wake up and forget anything ever happened. Or you can take this red pill and understand that the world is different and that from here on out, your views will change and forever will be changed. Took the red pill, went all out. When I first was introduced to this, I was actually going through, I can't even say I was going through a breakup because I hadn't officially broke up. What I was going through was a phase in my life where I didn't understand why I kept getting treated the way I was treated. I didn't understand why I kept getting used, why I kept getting cheated on, why I kept getting basically pushed back while I was doing everything that society taught me to do with the female. I was doing everything that this female allegedly told me that she wanted. I'm doing it all and still wasn't getting the outcome that I thought I should be getting. And I'm like, dude, I gotta do something else. This isn't working for me. I have to do something else. And those are true red pill people. The one that said, you know what? I gave it a shot. I tried. It didn't work. I did everything I could. So A little thirsty, but it's all right. Taking a red pill is understanding and accepting that life really is like that. As I just stated before, I was lost in the sauce. I was literally, people were telling me, females, I was raised by females who were taught and raised by females. Somewhere down the line, the man started getting diluted in my learning lifestyle. So I was taught to always be nice to women. I was taught to give them everything that they wanted. I was taught to just focus strictly on female happiness and accept females for who they are. Don't be so shallow and just think it's all about looks, because it's not all about looks. And something that I truly, now that I look back on it, thinking about all of this stuff that I was taught was never about men and what made me happy. It was just all about female happiness. I'm like, dude, wait. So I'm supposed to treat her like a queen, right? Nowhere in that said in there did it say find someone who treats you like a queen. It was just always treat her like a queen, whatever she wants. You know, you gotta buy it, give it to her. Happy wife, happy life. None of that. My teachings was it happy husband. And a lot of detractors, a lot of people who think that this red pill stuff is just it's just women bashing, just need to step back, listen to people like myself who's going to try to explain it to where I don't hate women. I hate what women has done to men and relationships. That's what I hate. I hate what they've done to men's brains. The red pill is be better as a man and stop complaining about how bad it is out here. Because once you are better, you don't have a reason to complain. Let me explain. When I first started doing research in the red pill, I didn't care about looks. I thought the same way people taught me to accept women's looks, I thought I could just look however, as long as I was doing everything else. I was being nice. I was treating women with respect, that I can just look however I want to look, smell like a working man, you know, grease and oil from working, of course, not just being sitting on my saw day, just working, doing labor. I thought doing this type of stuff I could keep a woman like that. And of course, because the message was saturated with women teachings, nobody ever told me, like, dude, the same stuff you expect of these women, you gotta do too. What you mean I gotta do it? I gotta look good? Yeah. What you mean? So I gotta smell good too? Yeah. So how long I gotta do that? Just to get her right? No. You gotta continuously do it. You gotta continuously keep up your image, not only for just the woman you got, but in case you do leave you, so you will be ready for the next woman. You'll already be still in the game. You won't even have to worry about trying to start over. A lot of my setbacks was because I jumped into these relationships and I was always in long-term relationships, like 2 years or more, and I would get into it with these females and I would get complacent and fall back and fall back and fall back. That once I got back into the dating game, I was so far back behind that it took me a year or two to catch up. Meaning, I would get into these relationships, I would get overweight, I would get used to them cooking, I would get used to them maybe for the few ones that was washing and folding clothes, I would used to them doing that. And once they would end up leaving me because I became that complacent, I get thrown back into the dating game and don't even know how to freaking fold clothes or wash clothes, don't even know how to smell good, don't even know what type of clothes to wear to even look good. I didn't keep up with the times, so I didn't even know how to go to bars and pick up chicks. I'm still wearing baggy Jabot jeans from 06 in a club in 2016, you know, because I don't know. let's get into stuff that I expect you to learn on my channel. We got a list. I forgot I rewrote it. We got a list of 6 things that I want every male. This is a man's channel. Let me make that clear. I do leave it open to females because I think a lot of females need to hear a lot of stuff that the men are talking about and a lot of things from men's perspective, because this world that we're in has been so diluted with female logic that it just doesn't even make sense anymore. And people like myself did it for so long and got so confused and just didn't know. So I really welcome females to come listen, but I want y'all to understand this is a man's channel. I want to empower men. I don't want to bash women. I want to speak facts. I want to speak logic. And if someone has an argument against my logic, against the facts, let's talk. If you just want to come on here and say, oh my God, you got this stupid dartboard, so you must be a stupid dart head, I'm not trying to hear it. Let's argue facts. If I say something wrong and you want to argue, you have something to prove that I said it, that what I said was wrong, let's talk. But if you just want to come over here and say, you're just saying people are fat and they should get skinny just because somebody fat hurt you. Fact is, if I say you need to get skinny, it's because over 90% of the freaking world is overweight and over 70% of that is obese. We need to stop trying to make people accept overweight. Let's not get into that. This show is about our beginning. This show is about our men's empowerment. This show is about improving ourselves so that we can be better in life, we can be better in relationships, and we can be better at business. We can just be better as men. If you want to figure out how to be better as women, I as a man will not try to teach a woman to be a better woman. And most females need to understand that females cannot teach a man to be a better man. Some people are going to be like, well, yes, I can. The world should never accept that. We as people should never accept that, because we men need to be pillars to our young men and teach them how to be men. And females need to be pillars to their young females and teach them how to be females. Stop doing this crisscrossing stuff, because then you get crisscrossing goals, you get crisscrossing ideas, and it's why this world today that's doing all this equal rights has the largest number of LGBTQ that we've ever seen. This is why we're like this, and a lot of people are saying, well, it's okay, we should all be. If we all were like that, there would be no more of us, because we wouldn't even, everybody would be in vitro fertilization babies. If we all were like that. Men and women were meant to be together. I'm not saying let's go back to the 1920s, but I'm saying we still need to carry some type of semblance of the old world to what we're doing now, because what we're doing now is destroying ourselves. This is what the world we're living in today is terrible. So let's get back to our 6 things on why you're on my channel and what I expect you to learn from being at my channel. The importance of men being men. I had to get off my dialogues because I was cutting into some of these by just talking. We're going to go ahead and get them point by point. The importance of men being men. Why do you say that men should be men? Again, we men have started to dilute and become too much with our feminine. I had a coworker about 2-3 years ago, and she told me that I was very high with my feminine. And I didn't understand it. I thought she was calling me the F word. I thought she was calling me the G word, day. G rhymes with day. I don't want to say it because of YouTube. I don't want to get nobody think I'm bashing, but I felt like at that time, that's what she was calling me. And what I didn't understand, because I wasn't full within my red pill, I was still kind of a blue pill beta, is that I took offense to it. I didn't accept constructive criticism. Red pill teaches you how to accept anything, whatever you say, I can take it. I'm not just gonna automatically just get mad, but I'm accept it. I'm not gonna. Let's not use the word accept. I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna register, and then I'm gonna choose what to do with the information. Now that I'm more in tune, me hearing that I was too feminine back then, I know she was 10,000% right. Why was she so right? She was also more in tune with her masculine. She was very masculine. She was a super, what we used to call back in the day, a tomboy. I'm talking about jeans, tennis shoes, aka sneakers, as you all like to call it, heavy tomboy. And she called me out on my feminine. But what she didn't do is call herself out on her masculine. And I had to learn to not take offense to things like that and learn how I can change it and just be more of a man, because what I was doing while I was so into my feminine was taking offense to people giving me constructive criticism. I was being heavily emotional. I would make a lot of decisions based on emotions instead of based on facts and logic. I didn't think, I would just act, which is a lot of reason why I ended up in another predicament that I was in a couple years back, because I was too much into my feminine, not more into my masculine, not more into my thinking. And that's an easy way to get into tough situations. Our number 2 thing on our list, the importance of communication and honesty. Wait a minute, are you teaching man to be honest? I absolutely am. There is nothing like being honest. And I used to think, again, from that other mindset, from that blue pill mindset, I thought that lying was the goals. I thought that lying would just get you all these girls. I thought lying would just get you so far in life. As long as you lied, you would be straight. Lying works in some areas. Lying works on if you wanted to get a job and you wanted to lie on your resume. If it works for you, it works for you. Just understand that when it comes time to put the foot to the fire and you go to that job and you lie on your resume, be prepared for the consequences. Be accepting of it. If you're going to lie, be ready for it. Why do you say it's important to communicate, and why do you say it's important to be honest? Honesty in relationships saves so much time. It saves so much feelings. And I can't stress honesty enough. Because now looking back, half the girls that I dated and were in relationships with that cheated, ended, however it ended, most of them weren't honest. And sometimes I wasn't honest as well. They weren't attracted to me possibly in the beginning or more than likely towards the ending. But I've never heard that, I don't like you anymore, or I'm not attracted to you anymore. I've never heard that. And a lot of that becomes because nobody wants to be honest. Everybody's scared of hurting people's feelings. And instead of understanding that, dude, if I just tell her, hear me out, bigger people, hear me out. If I come to you and tell you from the beginning that I don't like heavy set people, I don't like overweight people, and you, instead of getting offended, step back and say, listen, he's telling me he don't like overweight people, but I still want to date him. But what I'm going to do is just listen to what his mind is saying to me, take that and back up. Because if he doesn't like overweight people and he says, you know what, she's mad that I'm going to say that, so he's going to give me a chance, what he's going to end up doing is he's going to end up cheating on me. He's going to end up using me for something and then end up leaving in the end because he's not even attracted to this. And he told me this. I had a situation a while back, and I was going to do a different episode on this, but I need to bring this up now. I had a situation with somebody who was literally my best friend. She was a female. Literally my best friend. Long story short, I had just went through another thing. I'm not going to bring that up now. That's going to be another episode. I went through something else with a previous ex. I was out. I was messed up. I was done. I was out on the streets. I didn't have a house. I was sleeping in my car, barely any clothes, couldn't work. I was messed up, and she immediately come over. You know, this my house is your house. Come stay, everything cool. We had spoke about possibly being together. And of course, this is something by females and males being cool. This is something that probably naturally is going to happen by males and female nature. We're just naturally attracted to each other, especially if we're all heterosexual. So eventually, it got to the point where she wanted to talk, and she said, I'm ready to do this. She was single. I had just got out of my messy situation, and I told her, this is where I was transitioning into red pill. Didn't know I was. I hadn't researched anything. I didn't know I was doing it. But I was like, you know what? Be honest. And I was honest. I told her, I said, this is not the time. Well, what do you mean? This is the perfect time. You don't even have nowhere to stay. You already here. We might as well make this work. She already was 2 kids in. I still only had my one. I was still being honest. I stepped back and I said, listen, I can possibly jump right into this with you, and more than likely I'm going to cheat, because this had been my first time being single in 5 years. And I'm thinking like, dude, you haven't been single in so long. You've been wanting to be single. Take this time and see what it's like and see if you really even like it. I was being so red pill and didn't even know it. It's crazy. And I'm actually expressing this to her. I'm telling her completely honest. I said, I don't want to do this because I don't know what it's like to be single. And to jump from a 5-year to being with you, I'm going to carry baggage. I'm going to hurt you. I'm probably going to still sleep around. This is not the time for that. She got completely emotional and dragged me down. I had loaned her some money. I was already down. I told you I'm no job, no money, and I still loaned her money. Literally, she said, I need this. Can you let me borrow this money? I said, sure. Here you go. Loaned her this money. Started getting back on my man stuff. Started building myself. And I said, hey, you told me you're giving back in 2 weeks. What's up? Ignored me. She ignored me literally for about 3 months. Started sleeping around with other guys. Still ignoring me. To this point, I hadn't said anything out the way to her. I hadn't dogged her. I hadn't called her no names. I didn't say, hey, where my money at? I kind of just let it go because I was still so close with this person. I thought she maybe understood. I'm like, maybe she just needed a little time to understand. But she was too much in her emotion. She was too much into her feminine, battered woman. She thought that by me saying that, I was being on trash. And we finally talked about it later on down the line. And I said, stop arguing emotions and argue the logic. I said, you had me tell you, honestly, one-on-one, that I'm not ready for this. I'm not ready. I'm being honest. She had told me I was playing games. I said, I told you I wasn't ready. Would you have rather me lie, said I'm ready, jumped into this with you and hurt you, or would you rather me be honest and tell you I'm not ready? And to this day, we will never be as close as we was because she burned me so bad. That part we'll get into, but I had to get into that part because that honesty, it showed me who she really was. It showed me how strong our friendship really was. It showed me a lot about women. Both of those situations, I think, specifically led me to where I am with the red pill and understand to listen. Even though that situation turned out bad with the honesty, I'd do it 10 times over. I'd rather go into that situation where, like I said, we both ended up talking after that, and I was able to say, listen, I did exactly what I was supposed to do, and I will always do it again. And she couldn't do nothing but respect it. Once she calmed down and thought about it, she said, you're right. You're right. I was wrong. And I'd do it again. If we're honest and females start being honest, man, we can save so much of the heartache and the pain that we go through from cheating and just dealing with people that we don't even want to deal with by being honest. Some of my people on here, my men on here that's watching this is overweight. How many females have cheated on you and left you and then start calling you fat A on internet? Start dating the skinny, real skinny, muscular dude after she left you 2 days ago. How many people you sat back and think like, dude, if you didn't like me, why didn't you just say that? Because a lot of us don't want to be honest. And then you gotta wonder, if she was honest, how were you gonna receive it? Were you gonna be emotional and in your feminine? Or were you gonna be in your masculine and say, I can use some work. Thanks. Somebody called me fat now. We're getting in the gym. We're gonna have to. Because at the age of 32, I still look young. And I still got a body that shows that I care about it. I see some of the females. I see some of the females that I dated, boy. And I can honestly say I'm happy y'all did this to me. I'm happy. The point of where I'm at in my life now, y'all the real MVPs for dogging me like that, because y'all created a monster. And this dude gonna be something for the rest of his life. Let's get back to my list. Where were we at? Understand that. I don't know. We were on the importance of communication and honesty. Knowing how to voice your needs and your wants. That goes along with what I was saying. Knowing how to speak clearly and say, listen, I don't want this. And if I get into this with you, it's going to lead to something that it shouldn't even be. And instead of wasting your time where you could be off with somebody who you probably could be getting married to, I just don't even need the piece of buns that I'm going to get from you ain't going to even be worth it. Just go on. Us men need to start saying that and stop just trying to get another body added to our list. Let it go. It ain't worth it. It's not. If that's your goal in life, is to just top your list off with females, by all means. But I'm assuming if you're here, if you're on my channel, you're trying to be something better. That's not goals. Goals is getting your stuff together to where a woman just adds to our life. We are already that boy by ourselves. We bring her along to just add on to what we already got. Number 3 on our list, understanding your place in the sexual market. What is the sexual market? The sexual market is where you rate amongst women and men in the world. In the world. Not in your community. Not in your school. Not in your blog on online. Where you rate in the world. A lot of females, especially overweight ones, especially older ones, get mad when you start talking about sexual market because they've already aged out. They've already got too big to be in it, and they think that it should change because they changed. Say it one more time. They think that the market should change because they changed. I heard people debating overweight. They said, well, I'm like this. Something happened to where I'm just like this. It just happened. I was born like this. None of us were born 200 pounds. I'm 6'4", 250. I was not born 6'4", 250. I cannot tell you that I was just born 6'4", 250 and that's the way I am. I know people that's 6'4" and 180. I know people that's 180 and 5'4". Like, you got to understand that just you are what you are. And for the things that we can control, we need to start controlling them, because those are the things that are getting us kicked out of the sexual marketplace, especially weight. That goes for men and that goes for women. Stop saying I'm bashing you because I'm calling you overweight when I do the same thing to my men. Man, we have to get back in shape. We have to get back into our masculine. We have to start noticing that these things affect where we place among other men. Are you competitive with what you want? In the sexual marketplace, there's females, right? There's females that like what they like. And there is absolutely nothing you can do to change that. And a lot of people are like, well, I've messed with girls and they didn't even like me at first. Means absolutely nothing. They're still attracted to what they're attracted to. But what they're doing is they're settling and they're not saying it because they're not being honest. Going back to number 2, they're not being honest. And neither are you, because you knew that girl wasn't attracted to you when you first started talking to her. And you did all these little things to try to make her accept you for who you are. And what's going to happen in that long run is she's going to end up leaving right back out the other door. Because she never liked you from jump. Because instead of you making your sexual market value more, you decided, I'm going to stay where I'm at, and I'm going to make the girls whose goes up here, I'm going to make them come down here because I got a little money and I got a little, what else besides we're just sticking with money. I got some money. So even though she don't like my looks, even though she don't like my weight, even though she don't even like what I'm doing to make the money, I'm a garbage man, she's still with me because it's still a lot of money. When in reality, what she wants is a drug dealer who beats people up. She want a dude who comes in late. So what you're doing is you're meeting her in the middle, like, okay, well, listen, I don't come in late, so that's a bonus. You ain't got to worry about me being out all night. And listen, I got a job where I don't even got to worry about where we getting our meals from, baby. And I'm getting a lot of money. So you need to just go ahead and come over. I used to be that guy. I used to be that guy to say, listen, forget them drug dealers. Come over here and get with a winner. Come over here and be with me because I'm money guaranteed and it's good money. I can take care of you. I ain't going to be out at no clubs and stuff. I'm going to be right here, baby. And for a minute, they would be like, that's different. Let's see what that's like. All of them said it. Every girl I dealt with, that's different. Let me see. And instead of me being honest with myself, like, dude, wait. So she don't like you just off the initial attraction, which is what your second sexual market value is placed at. She don't like you for that. You had to basically talk her in to buying your car. You had to talk her into it. She didn't like this car from jump. She walked in there, she looked at it and said, no, I want those cars. This is junk. And then the salesperson started saying, well, this car has this, and that's a foreign car, and this is an American, so, if something breaks down on it, you can still have it. And she accepted the American car. She drove it. But every time a foreign car drove by, she was looking. Every time that Maserati that she was looking at drove by, she looking. Every time. She accepted, she settled for the American. But now she's looking at that foreign. And still going to continue to look at, because that's what she wanted. And you weren't honest with yourself, and she wasn't honest with you. And that's why most of our relationships are ending. Going to number 4. Unconditional love doesn't exist. What? Unconditional love don't exist, Larry? Not even a little bit. Well, my woman said that she loves me forever and she's going to always. I've been married before. I got friends who've been married. I'm trying to think if any of them still married. My 2 best friends, divorced. Both males. Both got complacent. Both got overweight. One of them was cheating, but marriages failed. Want to know why? Because things changed. And that unconditional love didn't look so unconditional. Only thing unconditional love is in place for is kids and pets. And pets is the other way. Pets love us unconditionally. I can't even say that. They love us because we supply them with food, we supply them with shelter, and we give them love. If we stopped, if we lived outside, if your dog, you took your dog outside, you laid down a mat on the ground, took that leash off of him, you couldn't give him no food and water, and you just laid there, you think that dog just gonna stay there with you and die? I think that dog gonna go try to look for food somewhere else. We gotta understand, which is what the red pill does. It helps us to understand that if you're not taking care of your girl the way you're supposed to, if you're not providing all the things that she wants, if you're not providing all the things that she wants, she will leave. Hypergamy, look it up. It's looking for the next best thing. They're always doing it, and we need to accept that and actually to understand that it makes us better. You want to know why hypergamy? You want to know why my girl looking for the next best things makes me better? Because it makes me always want to be better than I was yesterday. I'm going to always be better, so I don't even have to worry about my girl doing nothing, because I'm always giving her something new. Like, damn, you're so smart. I didn't know you knew that. I didn't know you could do that. I didn't know you could work on your own car. Just choose to let people fix it sometimes. I can do that. I didn't know you can fix a sink. I just choose to. I didn't know you knew how to clean a gun. Of course. I didn't know you could shoot a gun. Yeah. I can do everything. I'm always increasing my value now that I know what it takes. I'm always trying to learn a new skill. I'm always trying to just get better at being a man and better at life. And in turn, it just makes everybody around me and my situation better. Nowhere in this podcast and nowhere in the Real Red Pill are you going to hear them telling you to put down any person or gender or anything. They're going to just ask you to lift yourself up. You don't got to push nobody down to lift yourself up. Lift yourself up, and if somebody else come up with you, by all means, we all coming up then. But you need to make yourself better. That's what the red pill is about. Us making us better. That's it. Back to this unconditional love. I spoke to a girl I was with before, and I told her this. This was back when I'm first starting to understand. I'm listening to Donovan Sharp. I'm listening to Alpha Males. I'm listening to Kevin Samuels. All of my pillars in the red pill community. I'm listening to these people, and I decided to start trying out some of the things they were teaching. I suggest all of y'all, if y'all don't believe me, ask a female some of this stuff. Don't let her know you listening to red pill. You asking her because of red pill. Just ask her generally. I asked this girl I'm dating. I said, listen, unconditional love don't exist. She said, no, you lying. I said, let's just say I lost my job today. I got fat, and I got a project housing. I was going to say CMHA. I got a project house. And I said, this is what I want to be for the next 30 years. I want to be jobless, and I want to live here. And I want to just get fat, and I want you to accept it. She said, well, I wouldn't just leave you like that. Watch for the wordplay. I learned to watch for so much wordplay now. She said, I wouldn't just leave you like that. It will take some time. She said, I would give you time to get back on your stuff. I said, that's not what I said. I said, if I decided I want to be this forever, I want to just be that. I want to be fat. I want to be in the projects, and I want to be broke and just living, living to live. I don't want no extra rooms in our house. I want us all in this one bedroom on the floor and shit. What would you do? She said, I would give you time, then I would leave. I said, but I thought you just told me unconditional love. She said, well, I'm just saying, like, I ain't just about to be with no dude who just don't want to, because I want to. Fucking exactly. And had I had that mindset years ago, I'm happy I didn't, because I'm happy I didn't end up marrying any of my previous exes. I'm so happy I'm not married to any of those females, because I see so many flaws, and the type of person that I was then them type of people wouldn't like the man I am now, because they weren't attracted to, I can't say they weren't, maybe they was, Maybe that's why the relationship didn't work because I was too much into my feminine. You never know. But I'm glad I'm not there. I'm glad I'm here. Move on to number 5. Understanding true happiness. Man, we gotta start understanding what makes us happy, not females. I used to live for female happiness. I used to literally, I'm talking about girls I didn't even know, girls I would be trying to date. I would immediately think, cash out on her. You gotta cash out from day one. She wants something, buy it. Day one. I'm talking about I was working at McDonald's. Girls would come up, we all making the same money. They probably making more than me working at McDonald's. And hey, I'm hungry. Hey, this on me. Take the card on a McDonald's freaking salary. We was making when I first started at McDonald's, we was at $6.85. And if you worked like before 6 o'clock, you would get paid like $7 an hour. I was cashing out. One girl, I caked up her whole Christmas. She was broke living in the projects, and I went, and she didn't have a Christmas tree. She didn't have no ornaments, nothing. She had 2 kids, no Christmas tree. I'm working at McDonald's. She was probably about 10 years older than me, and I wanted to sleep with her. I can't even say I wanted her. I just wanted to sleep with her so bad. We had a Walgreens next door. I didn't even go to like Walmart. I went to Walgreens. So this tree, everything I bought was probably double what it should have been. I went over there, tree, ornaments, couple toys, and some lights. I probably spent my whole freaking McDonald's check on trying to impress this girl that I literally... I didn't sleep with this girl until about 6 years later. Still doing all this. Didn't get me no play. I used to think this stuff was what they wanted. And I didn't know that along the line that I still wasn't even happy with myself. I'm too busy trying to make them happy, and I'm not even happy. I was not happy for a long time. I think when I started wrestling, I started getting a little happy. When I started doing security, I really loved it, and I got happy. And I'm really debating on going back down that path because even though it didn't make me a lot of money, one of the best jobs I ever had was doing security down in Garden Valley. It taught me so much. It was so fun interacting with different people. It was true happiness for me. And I need y'all to understand that happiness don't have to be about money. Sometimes happiness is just about you. I never missed a day working security in there. And the saddest part is I never even thought to call off. Like, man, I'm tired of being here. I got a job now where I'm like, man, I'm tired. I need a week off. I need days off. Embrace your happiness. Learn what makes you happy. And start trying to figure out how to be happy alone. What do you mean by being happy alone? I need y'all to start learning how to not be happy with a woman, but being happy being Larry. Being happy being John. Being happy being Terry. Being happy being Chad. Just be happy being you. Get some things that make you happy within yourself, and then you can bring a woman along to start complimenting that. But don't make her the center of your happiness, or it's going to always end up bad. Understanding what you want versus understanding what she wants. Women and men, majority of the time, the same things do not make us all happy together. I explained this to one of my females before. I think it was Valentine's Day or Sweeties Day. We started doing the Sweeties Days for men, Valentine's for women. So when it came to one of the Sweeties Days, she got this hotel. She got rose petals. She had jacuzzi in the room. And while it was a sweet gesture, it was not for me at all. Not even a little bit. And had she understood me and the type of man I was, she would have understood. This was when LeBron was still in Cleveland. Baby, you could have took me to a Cavs game, got me a pizza before we went there. I love pizza. You could have took me to a pizza spot, took me to a Cavs game, and then came back home, gave me some act right, let me play the game for an hour and just sit there and watch me play the game for a good solid hour, that probably would have been the best freaking day of my life. Because back then, I know, back then, probably would have been the best freaking day of my life because that's what I wanted. Those were the things that made me happy. Now that hotel stuff would brighten up every female's life and probably even some men. But me understanding my happiness, not societal happiness, not, oh, you should have still just took that because it was a great, no. I want to take what I want. And then when it comes time for her Valentine's Day, I do what she wants. It's just like me taking her to a basketball game on Valentine's Day and saying, come watch me play the game, and then saying, well, be happy, baby, because I did it. No. Understand what makes you happy. Understand what makes her happy. Let's start getting back to people being happy. Our last and final one, accepting double standards. These are all things I want y'all to know that these are things I'm going to constantly get on by being on this channel. I'm going to constantly talk about, and I'm going to constantly stress that men do accept them. Why do you need to accept double standards? That's not cool that all men have to pump gas. I don't care. It's just, the world does not owe me an explanation. The market does not owe me an explanation. The way the double standards do not owe me an explanation. They just there. Females have the biggest problem with double standards, but there are some for men. The men act like, why are they double standards? Because they are. And the same reason we have them for women, we have them for ourselves, and we need to accept that they're not going to change. Some of them are just not going to change. Because there are some that's changing with these males doing female stuff, and I'm not with it. But for us genuine men that still believe in some of the old ways, it's going to be like that. Because you want to know why? Because there's a lot of them in both ways. Females like, well, we shouldn't accept them. Yes, y'all do. Because when it comes time to pump that gas, I guarantee you that if your fathers saw that man sitting in that passenger seat while you walking around there pumping that gas in rain or snow, sleet or hail, I want to know what he would say. Okay. I want to know what your fathers would say if you was out here making that money and your man said, babe, I just want to be a house dad. I just want to stay here and make sure the house is tidy. You go make the money and I'll just be here making sure everything is clean and neat. So when you get here, it'll be fine. Oh, man. Now, if you want to be in a house where both of y'all work, more power to you. But just understand with that equal stuff, you got to understand it's a lot more equal that come with it. Man, we need to be out working, period. We need to be out making that money. That's a double standard that I will live by. You need to make your own money. I don't care what she got. I don't care if she on Section 8. I preach this too. If she on Section 8 or she got some type of thing where she got free housing, you need to be working double because now you can pocket all that money. So when we don't need this, we can be rich. We can be stacking all this money. If you paying $1,000 in rent and then all of a sudden your girl hit the Section 8 lottery and she can get y'all a $0 house, guess what? Now you just made an extra $1,000 coming into your pockets that's staying there because you ain't spending it on rent no more. Versus being that dude to say, oh, you get free rent so I don't even have to work. We can just live free. No, now we can be stuck in that money. What's wrong with y'all? No, accept these double standards. Man, let's get out here and work. Let's make this money. Let's make sure, like in my previous video, you don't have to pay all the bills, but you should be able to afford every bill in your house on your own. You should be able to. And if you're not there yet, build towards it. Well, how am I going to do that? I'm already working. Work twice as hard. Get 2 jobs. I can't get one, man. It's hard out here. Go be a janitor. Go clean them floors. Go work at McDonald's. Go work at Walmart. But that's money. I don't care what you got to do. Get it by all means. I took a step back and I went back to live in the hood for a year last year. I lived in a 2-bedroom downstairs house for a year. I had to do that for a year. I moved there, and a lot of people was trying to clown me. You know, you living in the hood, man. It's bad. You live on 116th. You for real? Like you wanted to live there? I had to. Now, I don't want nobody to think, this ain't no bedroom. This is my personal little office area with the porch over there. It's my personal office that I'm in now. Let me make sure my camera back up right. It's my personal office. It's my own room in my own house that I got because I wanted it. Because I worked for it. I took a step back. I said, you know what? I got to get my shit together as a man. I need to take a step back. And then next year, I'm taking off like a fucking rocket. I'm taking off. I'm out. I'm gone. We out of this hood stuff. We gonna be somewhere where I wanna live. We got 5 bedrooms in this house. And it's just me and my one son, who's about to be 15. 3 more years, he gonna be gone. And I'm still gonna be living in a house this big. Why? Because I want to. Because I work hard for it. And I did it because I want it. And because I took that step back so that I can take 3 jumps forward. Because I accepted those double standards. What other double standards do we got? Why is it okay for men to date younger women, but it's not okay for older women to date younger men? It's okay. You can do it. It's not illegal. As long as you're not, as long as it's all over 18, it's not illegal. You can do what you want. People not going to accept it. It just looks bad. For one, I truly believe because females mature faster than males. So you're going to have this older, 10 times more mature female with this younger, stupid dude. For one, younger men don't even have much to bring to females. I said it. That's a double standard. And I said it. My 20-year-old self ain't have nothing to give to the females like my 30-year-old self do. Nothing. Nada. I was out here using my McDonald's money to buy Christmas trees at the age of 20. Where today, even if I was in a situation like that, I would spend it rationally. Which I would, you couldn't even pay me to do no stupid stuff like that. But let's just say if I did, my mind now is gonna say, let's go to Walmart. It's a $20 tree in there. Get you a pack of lights. Get you a pack of ornaments. We probably can leave out here spending $20-something. Where my younger self just went on impulse and emotion and probably spent $100 in Walgreens. I didn't have nothing to offer but stupidity, emotional decisions, and rashness. And that's why I didn't even get the girl who I did all that for. That's why she went and got pregnant. Probably Christmas. She got pregnant right after that. She had another kid. She's had 2 since then. None of them by me. That's how stupid that was. My younger men don't have much to bring to females because we have to earn everything. We don't get it. Females are born with it. If females stay fit, stay feminine, because y'all already born like this. If y'all stay like that, stay fit, feminine, and just try to look as good as you possibly can without all this fake stuff, y'all can damn near get any man in the world. If I told a man, listen, just stay like a man, stay fit, and just be you, it's not the same. Why? Because it's a double standard. Because we have to also earn value through money. We have to earn value through work ethic. We have to earn value through experience. Just how it is. I can't explain it to you. Nor will I try, because it just is. And we need to accept that as men of value. And move on. Take it. Build on it. Be better. Understand that is what it is. Understand that taking a red pill is understanding and accepting that it really is like that. Yes, it is. Well, I don't think that all women are. I never said all women are. But I can tell you that the market is what the market gonna be. Women that's attracted to drug dealers gonna always be attracted to drug dealers. They may settle for a working man, but they will always be attracted to this. and just trying to convert one or two, I promise you're gonna end up getting a bad result. Stop dating people that don't like what you want. Stop dating people that don't like what you are. Stop trying to change yourself to adjust to what the women that you like want. If you want women who like muscular men, stop trying to get them using your money. Become a muscular man. Control the things that you can control. If you can control your weight, control it. If you got a receding hairline, ain't nobody asking you to go get implants. Improve everything else. Stop trying to build on doing that one thing and start building on the other stuff. If you bald, stay bald, but be cocky and bald. Be rich and bald. Build on what you can build on. That goes for men and women. Yeah, goes for men and women. Control what you can control. You can control that weight, control it. Stop trying to force us men to just accept overweight people, Lizzo. Stop trying to make us like that size. We don't like it. You can't make us like it just because you like it. Men, you can't make her like fat men because you like fat men. The hell? Because you want to be a fat man, she should just accept this. No, she shouldn't. If she don't like it, she sure shouldn't. But on the same token, you need to understand that if you got them type of standards, be ready for what comes with them. If you want to be a fat woman and say, I only date skinny men, don't start being mad at the men because you never found nobody to marry. That's all I'm saying. Be ready for outcome or what comes with it. Or change it. Change yourself. You can't change the market, but you can change you. Take control of what we can control. Be better. Be better men. You don't gotta bash women to be better. Just be you. Don't accept the stuff you used to accept at 20. Always try to evolve. Always try to be a different person. A 30-year-old man should not be enjoying or doing the same stuff that a 20-year-old boy did. Period. People ask me, why don't you have a lot of friends? Because a lot of them people who I was cool with back when I was 12, 16, still doing the same stuff like we was doing when we was 12 and 16. And we grown. I tell people that all the time. I tell females that all the time. You want to know why you in a relationship and why you can't kick it with your thought friends no more? Because they still doing the same thought stuff they was doing back in the day. You did that. Y'all did that together. Y'all don't click no more. Understand that it's just the way it is. And as long as they still be in thoughts and you truly want to be in a relationship, y'all won't ever mesh. You will never mesh. That's why me and my ex failed, because she still wanted that to mesh. She still wanted to be in a relationship but still kick it with thought friends. That's never going to mesh. It's never going to. And I didn't accept that, and neither did she. We both were, well, maybe if you just, nope. Instead of just being honest and say, just stop. It's not going to work. You got to get new friends. Or go be a thought. And she's still single to this day. They all big as fuck. They all bigger. Because they all decided to stay thoughts. They all decided to listen to other females who all single. How you single and listening to single people? And then wonder why y'all all over going towards your mid-30s in the danger zone. And y'all all big. Y'all all overweight and single. But we still get dudes, of course. They still gonna hit. How many of y'all married? How many of y'all got real relationships with real men of value? With real men who you can bring home to your fathers or mothers and they will be proud to say, hey, she picked right. It's the longest video I made, but I wanted to make sure I stress those points because a lot of these points need to be embedded to us men. We need to change, man. We need to be better. We sure do. All of us. Females and men alike, we need to all be better. That is my time. Like, comment, subscribe, Share. Tell people about it. If I sent you here, I sent you here for a reason because I wanted you to hear this message and I wanted you to learn from it. That's my time, y'all. Message me for anything y'all got contradicting this. Argue the facts. I'm out.